We, as the public broadcaster, are trying our best to show you all the events of national interest and more. So tonight, we do a quick wrap on what the SABC has to offer in the next couple of sport-filled weeks. And to help us dissect this is General Manager Mr. Gary Rathbone. Welcome to Sport on Full View. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Great to be on the show again. Always good to talk to you guys.
Absolutely. Let's first talk about the CAF Champions League final, which took place last week with now 10-time winners Al Ahly and Kaizer Chiefs. I mean, there was that whole debacle about sporting rights, and eventually the entire nation was able to view that encounter. What sort of numbers did we bring in terms of viewership, and how much money did we have to part with for that match?
Well, I don't really want to talk about the figures on as far as the financial side of things are concerned, because, I mean, we like to kind of keep that, that's really confidential. But I can say, I mean, it was a substantial amount of money and more than one would reasonably expect to pay for a single match, certainly even of that caliber. But again, as I said back then, is that, we felt we had to pay it because we thought that South Africans deserved to be able to watch this on the SABC. And I'm pleased to say that over 3.5 million South Africans did actually watch it on SABC1 on Saturday night. I think that's quite extraordinary. It's an extraordinary number of viewers. It's a great advert for the SABC from our sports platform in terms of how we actually, how we speak to South Africans in such a way that they want to watch things like that on our platform. And the fact that we also managed to kind of retain this audience over nearly 3.5 hours of airtime, because we had an hour build up beforehand, and then the match and the post match as well, and that viewership stuck with us. So it was quite incredible to have that many people watching SABC1 for that long, that sustained period of time. So we're excited about what we achieved there, and it just shows the way forward, the value SABC Sport offers to making sure that all South Africans can access our really, really good events that really matter to them.
Absolutely. 3.5 million is a significant amount. Are you maybe able to say whether a profit was made, though? I know you don't want to talk numbers specifically.
No, I can tell you unequivocally the profit wasn't made. The biggest problem that we had is that, in effect, I think we would have had a lot more numbers if this had been the case, is that because this was only, we could finalize the deal late on Friday evening. So we had no lead-in time to do a proper marketing campaign to make people aware that we had the game and announce it, or we had no time to really go and speak to advertisers and sponsors to come on board. And it really is a pity if you think about it, that 3.5 hours of airtime, of prime time airtime on SABC1 on a Saturday evening with 3.5 million viewers and no advertisers taking advantage, no sponsors taking advantage of it. I don't know, it is a problem. I think that maybe if more people we had time to plan for it, and, we had time to announce it more, a few more days rather than overnight, then maybe more would have come, but you would have still thought that people would have seen the opportunity and taken it. But I think that's a conversation for another day. But as I said as well, it's not about the money that we make. It's about the fact that we can actually deliver this kind of content to the vast majority of South Africans. That's the most important thing.
Absolutely. Now let's change direction to the Tokyo Olympic Games. Less than 48 hours to go. And the public really is interested to know if SABC Sport will indeed be the official broadcaster. On which platforms can they watch the Olympics? What is the offering going to be?
Well, it's absolutely fantastic. We've got a serious amount of coverage. We really have we have it incredibly well covered. In fact, for the Olympics, we're really excited about it. This is one of the big iconic events of world sport, and it will be live and available across all the SABC channels. Clearly, the sports channel will play a key role here in having everything. But knowing that the majority of our audiences are still actually sitting on SABC 1, 2, and 3. We are, what we're doing is there'll be kind of content blocks that will roll out. So it will go for like 2 hours on SABC1, then 2 hours SABC2 and SABC3, followed by that. So there'll be a constant coverage, across the 3 channels every day. I think you need to just keep an eye on. I would tell people watch our posts on internet, on our social media posts, and obviously keep an eye on the Olympic calendar, what events are when, to make sure that you're aware of when South African South Africans are competing in certain events and things like that. So you'll know, but because when it's South African events, surely they will be live on the SABC, either 1, 2, or 3, and just keep close eye on the programming. I mean, the Olympics is such a, it's not like a football World Cup where it's a much more straightforward thing with just football teams playing football matches one after each other. It's a very complex and event with so many things happening at the same time all over the place. And that's what makes it quite an exciting but a very challenging event to kind of broadcast. But I think we've got a great rollout plan that covers everything that people need to know. And they will find that all that content will be accessible to them, whether it's in highlights packages, whether it's live, it'll all be there.
Absolutely. And I mean, it's such a great thing that it's going to be 24 hours that the viewers can be tuned into the Olympics. But again, Gary, I'm going to now come back to the numbers side of things because we have the public to account to. Are there commercial partnerships that the SABC has gone into with for the Olympics? I mean, the Olympics don't come cheap. So are we going to be recuperating some of the money that we're going to be making?
Yes, no, we are, because, I mean, the Olympics has been a long-term in planning, basically. It's not something that we got told about last week and now we have to kind of run with it. So we've had a lot of, planning on this, basically. So we do have a lot of sponsors and advertisers that are on board for this because it is a huge, iconic event. It's one of the biggest sporting events in the world. And we know that it's one of those events, in fact, that has a lot of very, very direct South African interest. South Africa has done traditionally very well at the Olympics, and we expect to be, making a good contribution again this time around. We've got some great athletes competing, and not just on the major track and field things. I mean, I'm thinking about the SA hockey team, for example. I think that the under 23s representing us in football as well. You know what I mean? We have a good team there. We've got great players, and there's there's definitely good reason to hope that they could go a long way in this tournament. So, we've got a lot of South African interest in there. So, yeah, I think that this is one thing that we know that people will commit to.
Absolutely. I want us now to talk about that prickly matter of the Lions series, which we are definitely not broadcasting. But just in terms of, delayed broadcasts, how much money can the SABC make from something like that? Because a lot of people had said, even though the negotiations had fallen apart in terms of bringing the Lions series to the SABC, but surely maybe we could have received the delayed live broadcast. Is that something that is profitable?
No, just to be clear here, I've got no problem with the delayed broadcast. And broadcasting the game is delayed from the final whistle, which is part of the agreement, the original agreement that SuperSport put forward. I've got no problem with that, and we're happy to accept that, and our sponsors are happy to accept that as well. They will say, it's fine, because we still know that even with a game delayed like that, we still get, our numbers are, way beyond anything else. It's the vast majority of the audience will be watching it on the SABC if it's there. So neither myself and the SABC and the sponsors aren't too worried about that. The issue for us was the restriction that was put in place, additional restriction put in place by SuperSport in terms of saying where we can which channels we're supposed to broadcast on and where we can broadcast it, and saying, well, you can broadcast it on the terrestrial analog channels, but you can't broadcast it on the SABC Sports channel. You can't broadcast if the signal is carried, if the SABC 1, 2, or 3 or the Sports channel is carried on OpenView or Telkom 1. You can't broadcast it there either. And we experienced this with the game on Saturday evening. We know the numbers that I talked about as far as the CAF Champions League final, the numbers that we got for that. We could have added substantially to that if we had allowed the viewers who are watching SABC 1 on OpenView to also actually be able to watch the game. But that was denied because of the contract. So we won't accept this, basically. So either SuperSport have to say, you have the free-to-air rights and you can broadcast these games on your free-to-air platforms wherever your free-to-air platform is delivered. Otherwise, we won't accept to be hamstrung in this way.
All right, Mr. Gary Rathbone, thank you so much for providing clarity, giving us those good news in terms of the broadcast of the Olympics. We are definitely going to be tuned in, and I'm sure it's going to be extraordinary numbers as per usual. And that is, of course, the General Manager of SABC Sport, Mr. Gary Rathbone.